What is up, guys? Archon Tsunami here, bringing you guys another video. This time we're on the PTR with Ashe, the new hero. We're gonna go ahead and break down what she does, alt charge, all that fun stuff. Let's hop into it. Her main gun is the Viper. It's basically like the Argus from Black Ops 3, if you remember that shotgun. So it's basically like a slug round. That's why you want ADS with it. Makes it a bit more accurate. When you hip fire it, it deals about 42 to the body and gives you about 2 to 3 alt charge, usually 2. Headshot deals 85 and gives you 4. If you body shot something with the Argus, you get 4 alt charge automatically and 85 damage. If you headshot something, you get 9 alt charge. So keep that in mind. Her first ability is the coach gun, which lets her disengage from a target as well as, shoot herself back as well as the opponent. You can also use it to get to the high ground. I would say it deals roughly about 100 at point blank range if you can get a decent spread on it. Use it to get to high ground as well. Typically I wouldn't use it for anything other than, disengage. Her next ability is Dynamite. And you can actually use dynamite in a lot of unique ways because it's kind of like a Junkrat mine, except for only Ashe can destroy it or detonate it, and it detonates on its own after a certain amount of time. Those are the two key differences. It still has kind of like a blast radius like what Junkrat mine does. See, we throw it, we let it go off. Deals 170 for a max, so we can just walk up in melee and he'll die. The minimum I think is like 65, and that's if you only get him with the burn part. You have to be careful using this ability as you can actually burn yourself with it, so you gotta be real careful. You can also air burst it just by shooting it. This is a pretty good amount. You can actually also detonate it with the coach gun as well, so you can kill yourself. It's a pretty neat thing. As for the coach gun, I want to talk about that real fast. You can actually boot people from pretty far away as well, so keep that in mind when using it. The dynamite, I believe, is like 12 alt charge, so that is per person. You can actually hit multiple people with it. So there's two ways I think that you're going to want to play her, and I'll go over that in a second, but let's do Bob real fast. Bob is rather interesting. He comes down, he slams to the nearest edge, and then he basically turns into a torp turret. Except for he's unique in that he can actually interact with damage boosts from a Mercy or Anna's damage boost. You can ult him, you can do whatever you want. He can also eat hard CC for you if you want to send him in to eat like a sleep dart or something. Works too. So yeah, Bob's pretty unique in this game. I will say one thing real fast. Her shotgun is kind of weak in that you have to reload it single at a time. So if you burn all of your ammo, it can take a minute to come back. You can cancel the reload by left clicking or right clicking, so do keep that in mind too. But as to what I was going to say about the two ways to play her and kind of the comps you want to build, you could either go a headshot oriented build where Mercy or Zenyatta damage boost for you, where Zen discords the target and then you aim for the head on him, or Mercy can damage boost you and you aim for the head on him. Because if you can hit a headshot with a damage boost, you pretty much kill anything. That's 200 HP. Same with Discord. The other way to play would be to play for her ultimate, and by that I mean you could have like a team that kind of groups them together, like Orisa with her Hull, or her Graviton, or Zarya with Graviton, or Reinhardt with Earthshatter, and then basically just walk up, you would throw the dynamite down, fire, and look at that. We went from 45 to 65. Actually went to 66 off that. So yeah. Some pretty crazy alt charge. Imagine if you hit 6 people with it, it'd be like 60 alt charge. Pretty good. I mean, for what it is. That, and if you were to hit it on like an Earthshatter or a Grav, I'm pretty sure it's like 170 if you can hit it right on them. So from that point, you wouldn't even need to worry about dealing any more damage. So you could just have people funnel fire in like a Helix rocket or anything else. Especially if you're playing Pharah as well, just have her shoot a couple rockets down as well, and it'll pretty much kill everything else off. Where I think she's gonna fit in the meta, I think that she's actually better than Widow. I think she's a way better Widow. And I know Widow can one-shot people, but Widow doesn't bring any other utility outside of that. And her ult's really not that good. Like, wall hack in this game isn't as good as what it would be in another game. Just because in this game, there's choke points where you have to go through. And there's only like 1 or 2. So you're not really going to surprise your enemy in most cases. So that to me kind of means that wall hack has a little less value. She already has a better poison mine as well in dynamite. I would rather have the dynamite because it deals 100 damage on burst and then an extra 70, putting your targets at basically, you know, 1 HP. So a Genji could run somebody down with dash if he had ult, so he could get a bunch of resets. Winston could just jump on him and kill him instantly. You know, different things like that. And it hits multiple targets. It's not like limited like Venom Mine is. Not to mention her coach gun I think is a better all-around grapple hook, even though it's a 2-second longer cooldown. There's just more utility you get out of it. You can launch yourself to high ground like grapple. You can shoot people off the map with it and get kills. Has a lot more utility. I still think Bob is a better ult as well. Like I said, he's pretty unique for this game. You can damage boost him. It's like almost having a 7th champion on your team, or 7th hero. But yeah. So I think she's way better than Widowmaker. Especially like if you're playing with like damage boost in mind. She can pretty much act like a Widowmaker. She can move around faster than what Widow can. She can actually move while jumping, aim while jumping, shoot while jumping, you know, all that fun stuff that you wish Widowmaker could do.
You have to watch out for
so
the
yeah.
ones you see.
As for Hanzo, since she's pretty much a sniper, I'm not sure how I feel about her versus Hanzo. I think that she's better, like, for AoE, whereas Hanzo I still think is better for the 1v1. And you kind of have to have, I think, a damage boost with her to make her more viable than a Hanzo. Granted, I think her ult is probably better than Dragon Strike in most cases. But with Dragon Strike, you're guaranteeing maybe a couple kills, whereas with Bob, you're just, I don't know. It's kind of weird. You can't really control where he goes after he comes out. It's difficult to say. I mean, he doesn't last long enough for 2 fights, and Hanzo also builds ult charge a lot faster than what Ashe does, from what I can tell. So yeah, it's hard to say. Honestly, I'm leaning more towards Hanzo for like 1v1s, Ashe for AoE. And I think Ashe can actually hit multiple targets with the coach gun. Let's check. Actually, I haven't tested this yet. Yeah, so you can hit multiple targets with it. So I think that might actually, in my eyes, put her over Hanzo. Especially on maps like Ilios and Lijiang, where you can get boop kills. Because all you gotta do is line up against the wall real fast and then just boop, everything goes off the map. And it's got a pretty far range. So I think that she'll either be tied for first with Sniper, or she'll be second, or a really close second. You guys will have to let me know what you guys think down below. If you've had a chance to play Ashe or not yet. We can go ahead and hop into a game real fast. Do 1 game with her. Obviously, she's going to suffer from the same problem that Widow does when it comes to shields. I don't think Hanzo suffers from it because he has Storm Arrow to break them, where she just doesn't have any consistent damage to break shields. I mean, yeah, I think she deals 80 to him. That's not a whole lot of damage. Unless you're going to try to throw your dynamite over top of it and then detonate it on him, which I guess you could do. You could throw it over the Ryan shield and then detonate if you're quick enough. I will say the dynamite's kind of hard to hit sometimes. It's kind of weird. It feels kind of floaty. Like, you don't have to throw it, like, you don't have to aim high to throw it, bar. Which is weird to me. Like, I'm used to like a Junkrat mine or something where you kind of have to throw it up a little bit to get some distance on it. This, it just kind of feels like it defies physics. where it just keeps going forward like a Mario fireball. That's like the best way I can describe it. Watch.
My business. My
It just, see, look, it goes almost all the way across the room, and that's just aiming
Not my
even.
idea of a good life.
Not to mention, it can actually get stuck in objects, like, watch. That time it bounced. Sometimes it can get stuck in stuff like that. I've actually had to get stuck in signs, I've had to get stuck in building windows. I've had it bounce off building windows like it just did. So I don't know, I think it's gonna be a kind of weird ability to get used to. But yeah. Oh no, I think she's kind of fun. I don't know what's going on in PTR, but it feels kind of weird firing at people sometimes. Like it doesn't seem like bullets register sometimes. Could just be me. I don't know, like I was leading people earlier and I shot some guy in the foot, like I shot under him and it gave me hit markers. So I don't really know what's going on. Could be a PTR. I mean, if it's in California, like I think it is, then I'm pretty far away from it, being on the west coast or east coast rather. Sorry. So it could be east coast problems. And my internet has been known to drop packets. So it could be packet loss. There's the fire. Pretty much, if you get hit by that and you don't have a healer with you, you're probably gonna die.
Nothing wrong with a little self-improvement.
Hey. Thank you.
That's rich.
I've been trying to get this video out for a while now, or for the past couple hours. I've been struggling to kind of get it down.
Moira is here.
So there's like literally nothing you can do when there's an enemy team full of Ashe just sitting there shooting you in the face. Until people get used to her or we get to the live server, it's going to be kind of a struggle getting used to her.
You don't want to miss out, do you?
So Moira's pretty much going to tear her apart. I just lagged when I did that, so I couldn't actually do anything with it. Feels great. That's what I tried to do.
I'm taking the objective.
It didn't exactly work out because when I hit the gun there, like I just couldn't move.
Hey.
Pretty rough. Hit her with the dynamite. She would have died to burn unless she got the health pack over here. Again, you want to use dynamite to kind of head people
My
off.
ultimate is charging. My ultimate is charging. Hey. If we are to progress, we must claim the objective. Hey.
Oh well. Got one.
Understood.
Here it comes. Get in there, Bob. I'm taking the objective.
Oh yeah, as for her ult, it can also contest objectives too, so you gotta keep that in mind when you're playing against her. It's basically, like I said, a 7th hero. So you can actually send it to the objective and it can cap it for you, like if you're in a team fight or something. And you want to distract the enemy in like a brawly comp, you can actually send Bob through them to the point and he can start capping the point for you. I don't know if they're gonna have to nerf that, but I'm guessing they probably will. I don't know why I couldn't fire there, like the gun just wouldn't go off. Oh well. Happens sometimes, PTR.
Nothing wrong with a little self-improvement.
Anyway.
Hey. Thank you.
Here it comes.
You guys will have to let me know what you guys like said think of her. Me personally, like I said, I think that she's actually going to be pretty OP for the first couple weeks that she's out. She may struggle against shield
Let's clean
comps.
up
We'll see
this
where that
mess.
goes. Especially since you can't destroy the dynamite yourself. You have to either let it detonate or Ashe has to destroy it. I'm not sure if Matrix can eat it. Like I said, once I know if Matrix can eat it, that'll tell me a lot.
Here it comes.
Because if Matrix can't eat it, that's going to be a problem.
Thanks. My ultimate is charging.
I am definitely around the wall, somehow eating that. Yeah, see, there's some lag going on or something. I was like way around the wall.
Bob, do something.
Yeah.
They are getting on my nerves.
Smoke him out of there.
Anyway, like I said, let me know what you guys think down below. If you think that she's going to be pretty good or not, or if you've had a chance to play her.
Hey. Here it comes. Do something. Do something. Do something.
I just got a kill there. Oh well, my Bob killed somebody else's Bob.
I'm
Nothing wrong
taking
with a
the
little
objective.
self-improvement.
It's like her Bob is killing everything else on point. I think they threw like 3 Bobs on point when I threw mine down, so it kind of cost them the point. Oh well.
Here it comes.
I think that's pretty much going to be this game though. Like I said, I'm not doing so hot. Tracer's dead. Tracer absolutely cannot get hit by that if she's already used recall and doesn't have a pocket healer. Okay, I disagree with that, but whatever. I thought that was pretty far away for a dynamite. Huh.
Time to change things up.
Anyway. There's probably going to be some bugs they're going to iron out with her, like I said, when she comes to live.
Hey. Here it comes. Hey.
So he swapped to Widow, huh?
Smoke him out of there.
One
your
shot.
language?
One kill.
Go ahead and we'll swap to Widow first. I was going to swap to Widow. But we'll keep playing Ashe, whatever. That's Bastion. I wanted to counter that guy's Widow, but whatever.
My
Considering that like 3 of them are playing
Hey.
other characters as well.
Thank you.
Not sure why people are so desperate to win on PTR.
Smoke him out of there. Time, let's get this done. Hey.
Okay. I think she might be good against Doomfist, maybe. If I would have had my
time to change
gun up, I would have knocked her back. If she has ult, then we just win. Anybody have ult? Nope, nobody's even close. That's the game. Nobody's even gonna get on point. Oh well, that's Ashe. Next video, we will be covering World of Warcraft in the 8.1 patch that's coming. I know I did one earlier in the month. Actually, I think it was last month. But the notes I had there were kind of all over the place. I managed to find a better rundown of the patch for DK, so I'm going to try to do an updated version. Like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below. Again, I know I've said it 3 times now, but I'll say it again. Let me know what you guys think of her. Let me know if you guys enjoy more Overwatch content, what you guys want from Overwatch. Helps me out a lot to know what you guys want to see. I do ranked games, you know, upload some stuff like that every now and then. I've been streaming Overwatch every now and then too, so I can just pick the VOD and upload it for you. So that way anybody who misses it can see it. As always, Archon Tsunami here. Signing out. Catch you on the next video.